Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a great evening. So today we want to talk about Electroneum, the mystery capabilities that will be part of this blockchain. Looks like we're looking at a date now around March the 5th when the chain's going to go live. So what is this mystery capability that Electroneum's going to have as a blockchain that nobody else is going to have, as it's using the Ethereum virtual machine, meaning it's going to be compatible with your Polygons, Solanos, etc. We've seen many of these projects do very well, and Electroneum at its price and value, it would seem that at fractions of a penny, about a quarter of a penny at this stage, that Electroneum could be ripe for the picking and being able to do well come circa March 5th, 2024. Pretty much on schedule with what Richard Hart was saying when he first started talking about it. And this is going to be very interesting to watch. Now, uh, why don't we know what this mystery ability is? These mystery capabilities. And as Richard Ells explained, that part of the issue is that once blockchains development teams know what you're doing, they are copycats, right? That's what they do. Sometimes they just copy your code verbatim. They copy your white papers. They are very much not very creative and very much copycats. That's why we have so many redundant cryptocurrency projects that are doing the same exact thing. But what just makes Electroneum such the threat, such the triple threat, doing all these things that blockchains don't do? As it says here on their site, we're working with regulations, KYC and AML. Now, I know that a lot of people in cryptocurrency just want to kind of skate over that, right? They don't want to deal with any type of regulations if they can. They don't want to do KYC if they can, etc. Now, of course, the problem with that is the bigger you get, that's going to become a huge issue. That's why you see your, as it were, XRPs being sued by the SEC. That's why you see your many of these other projects like Postchain, etc., now facing down the Bureau of the SEC. And interesting enough, Ethereum barely dodged the bullet. The now SEC head, Gary Gensler, uh, did several videos saying that, in his opinion, Ethereum was a security, right? And so Ethereum barely dodged that bullet. That's the importance of regulations. Now, again, a lot of people don't want to deal with them. But what happens when you can't go on exchanges? You're an unregistered security. You're going to be blocked at every door from growth. You're not going to mass adopt, etc. But if you go down the streets of regulation like Ethereum has very intelligently, wisely done, and I said it years ago that they were wise to do this, because what is it allowing them to do? Well, it's allowing them at this stage in the game to work with government agencies as such in the education of cryptocurrency. It's allowing them to partner with huge multinational corporations. It's allowed them to form partnerships with utility companies, telecommunications companies, and etc. Right? And so this is all very important. And I think it's just so out of the scope of many cryptocurrency projects that they can't even fathom the importance of this. But if they were just a little bit doing their research and getting out their heads out of the casino for a second, they would see that putting their attention and energy behind something like Electroneum is a much better bet because it's going to be less likely that these regulations are going to come back to bite them in the butt right later on. So excited to know what this mystery project is going to be. We'll learn about it March the 5th. Also, just keep in mind that Electroneum is going to have all the capabilities of your Solanas, your Matics, right? Your Polygons, etc. Many of these projects that are using these Ethereum virtual machines, right? All that's going down. Now, um, is that going to introduce more users, more value, more exchanges? That generally is the order of the day when you check off those boxes. We have a higher security network. When you have developers who can start to build and do all this development at cheaper prices. We have fast transactions. When you look at how Electroneum integrates into the British government, follows the regulations, works with these huge multinational corporations, why would it not be a number one pick to be on something like Coinbase, right? Uh, in reality, there's no reason why this shouldn't exist on Coinbase, where there are so many other projects that I don't think even come close to dealing with the regulatory state of affairs like Electroneum has done so well over the years to be on Coinbase and for them not to be on Coinbase. So maybe this creates the avenue to be on something like Coinbase. It should. Maybe we need to contact Coinbase. Now, that's all I think I want to say about Electroneum, that is going to have all these one-ups on these other Ethereum-based platforms, chains, even Ethereum itself, right, at this stage, which is pretty much useless. So Electroneum's going to have all those one-ups. But before I get out of here today, let me quickly show you Btcmyk. You guys know I was part of the founding of that project, and many who know have watched the channel has watched it over the years. And much like Electroneum, we've been slow. But what I'm realizing is that there is so much confidence in projects like Electroneum and Btcmyk. And the reasons being is, think about this. Electroneum's been going since 2017, Btcmyk since late 2018, right? So here's what's happening, and here's what you need to understand. When you see a project that dedicated as these projects, this well put together, and they've been around for years, and they seem to be still charging forward, the likelihood of them disappearing, the likelihood of any type of rug pulls and issues with the team goes down, right? Because the thought process is it probably likely would have happened already. And so I think that causes these projects to shine so much brighter than the ones that have burned hot but have burned out your Lunas, FTXs, and Celsiuses, as it were. So that's all very important to understand. But before we go, very quickly, let's look at what Btcmyk has done today. I've always pushed projects like Electroneum, Btcmyk, the Zen Crypto project, that they should all be used together. That I can understand why some people will use Electroneum but won't use Zen and won't use Btcmyk when they're all so similar and check these boxes. I just think you do yourself a disservice. And they instead sometimes choose to opt for very high risk casino-like cryptocurrencies that lose them as much money as it gains them. But that's all we want to say about that. Let's get over to Btcmyk and we'll get out of here. All right, Btcmyk, what's happening with us today? Up over 141% today. Trading on the tribal DEX. It's on several other exchanges, as well as the Hive blockchain, right? As well as the Hive blockchain. So, Btcmyk, all these projects are similar. They have these similar fields to basically your Electroneums, your Zen cryptocurrency projects. Let's get over to the platform itself, if we can. All right, on the platform itself, kind of feels like Twitter meets Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Everything is integrated together. It's like an everything coin. And it distributes out basic income, universal basic income. It's all integrated together. Very reminiscent of maybe some of the future endeavors of what Twitter X plans to do on the platform. And so we know the importance of the social tokens, and that's what Bitcoin, the BTCMYK token, would be classified as, right? But it's in the family and nature of the distribution models, like what you get with Electroneum. People are getting the free Electroneum every month, like what you get with Zen. People are getting the free Zen, etc. And so just a great project. These are, I believe, the projects that you should be focused on. You know, obviously, when Electroneum comes about, we're expecting some great gains. We see Bitcoin although a very low volume product at this stage, we're up 141% today. Pretty darn good, right? Especially that growth potential wise, it seems to be what's going to end up being, I think, one of the biggest growing projects. Electroneum, some of us are anticipating it could reach 100 million users, with developers coming over doing a variety of things. And so I believe 2024 is going to be quite exciting. Um, but that's all. I think I'm going to leave you guys with that today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know what's going on, because if you don't hit that subscribe and notification button, which looks like a bell on the top of your page, then you're not going to be aware of a lot of things, especially if we get into information news. And obviously you want that. So make sure you do that. Make sure you join Bitcoin MYK if you're operating in the spirit of Electroneum and Zen cryptocurrency projects. These projects with great use cases and mystery capabilities that nobody else does, right? And so all of these things are right over the horizon, coming to us soon. But that's all I want to say in this video. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. And if you have any particular questions about Bitcoin, MYK, or any of the things that we do here, comment about, speak about, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. And we do try to answer every comment. If humanly possible, we can. But that's all I want to say in this video. Take care of yourselves and each other.